हेलो एवरीवन, कैसे हैं आप सब लोग। वेलकम टू एडिश्योर्स 50 डेज 50 टॉपिक्स प्रोग्राम फॉर द प्रिपरेशन ऑफ यूजीसी नेट एंड जेआरएफ इन इकोनॉमिक्स. Today is mathematics day and I will be discussing an important topic of integration. Now, integration is a very vast topic, but as far as UGC NET is concerned, they ask you very simple integration questions. So we will be taking and dealing this class from UGC NET and JRF's point of view only. Okay. So what is integration? So integration is actually a reverse process of differentiation. Okay. So integration of a function y equals to fx with respect to x is denoted as elongated s. This is the symbol for integration, fx dx. Okay. And now we will be dealing with formulas for integration when fx will be taking different kind of forms. So let us deal with those formulas. Okay. So I will be writing the function here and I will be writing the integral here. Okay. So the first formula is called power rule of integration. So if you have to integrate x power n, where n is a number, okay, where n is a real number, okay, and n is not equal to -1. The integral of this will be x n plus 1 upon n plus 1 plus c, where c is the constant of integration. Okay, so we will be adding a constant of integration in every integral. These type of integrals are known as indefinite integrals because there are no limits. So there are integrals of this types where x is bounded by a and b. Okay, so these are known as definite integrals. So we are dealing with indefinite integrals right now. The first one is this. So for example, if you have to integrate x power 3 dx, it will be x power 4 by 4 plus c. Okay. The second one is if you have to integrate sin x, the integration of sin x is minus cos x plus c. If you have to integrate cos x, the integration of cos x is sin x plus c. Then if you have to integrate sec square x, the integration is tan x. You can identify a pattern here. If you look at tan x, the derivative of tan x is sec square x. And therefore, the integration of sec square x will be tan x. So, when I will be differentiating the right hand side, I should be getting the function which is written inside the integral sign. That is the concept of integration and that is the relationship between differentiation and integration. Okay, so if you have to do integration of cosec square x, that will be minus cot x. Now these direct formulas are very, very important because they come directly in your MCQs. They will give you a standard formula. They will give you the options. You have to mark the correct options. So if you remember the formula, it will be very nice for you people to score. Okay. Then if you have to integrate sec x tan x, so we know that the derivative of sec x is sec x tan x. Therefore, the integration is sec x. Similarly, integration of cosec x, cot x, that is minus cosec x. Similarly, integration of e power x is e power x. Integration of 1 upon x dx is log x. Why? Because differentiation of log x is 1 by x. Note that x has to be positive, okay? Because log is only defined for positive numbers. So these are some standard formulas for integration. Now, you should always ask yourself this question that what happens if in place of x we have something else. For example, we know that integration of cos x dx is equal to sin x plus c. But what about integration of cos 3x? Okay, is this sin 3x plus c? What about integration of cos x square? Is this, sine x square plus c? So is this valid whenever I replace x by something else? The answer is no. So there is a condition on this x, okay? So if in all the formulas, if in all the formulas, x is replaced by ax plus b, where a comma b are real numbers. That is, for example, I have a situation like 3x plus 2, etc. Then the formulas are valid. Okay. Then we have to divide RHS by A. So what do we mean by that? The meaning is that if I'm integrating cos 3x, the answer will be sin 3x divided by 3. If I'm integrating e power 3x, the answer will be e power 3x divided by 3. Okay, if I'm integrating 2x plus 3 power 4, so the power rule, according to the power rule, it will be 2x plus 3 divided by 5, 5. This is the power rule, but you have to divide by 2 also. So if you want to modify these formulas, remember one thing, we can always have, for example, suppose this formula, I am having integration of 3x plus 2, 1 upon 3x plus 2. So this will be log 3x plus 2 divided by 3, this number. So all those standard formula for integration are valid when x is replaced by a linear function of the form ax plus b. The only thing is that we have to divide our answer, not the constant, by that a. Okay. So, but this formula is invalid. So all the standard formulae, this is a very important note, all these standard formulae are applicable when the argument or the subject of the function is linear. What do you mean by this? So basically, if I have to integrate sine 2x plus 3 dx. Now, what have I written? I have written all the standard formulae are valid when the argument or subject, what is argument of subject? Of the function. So what is the function here? Sine. What is the subject of the function? 2x plus 3. Is this linear? Yes. Therefore, the standard formula is applicable. Now, what is the integration of sine? Minus cos. So this will be minus cos 2x plus 3. But I will have to divide by this coefficient. So this is a very important note. Apart from this, if the argument of the function involved is not linear, we cannot apply the standard formulae. We will have to go to some other methods. Okay. So the second method is method of substitutions. When things cannot be done directly, methods of substitution work for us. So what do you mean by methods of substitution? For example, if a function and its derivative is present together, okay? If a function and its derivative are present together, we do this. So how? Example, you have to integrate sin x into cos x. Till now, I have not given you any formula for integration of product of two functions. Now, we have to be very careful. Integration of fx into gx dx is not equals to, we have to be very careful, it's not equals to integration of fx plus integration of gx. This kind of product is not acceptable in integration. It is wrong. Similarly, integration of fx upon gx dx is not equals to integration of fx dx divided by integration of gx dx. Such kind of quotient rule is not there. What rules are there? Let me tell you. So we have a sum rule, we have a difference rule. That means if I have integration of f plus g, okay, this is integration of f plus integration of g. If I have integration of f minus g, we will have integration f minus integration g. And if we have integration of a constant multiplied by a function, then I can take this constant out and integrate the function and multiply it. So these three rules are valid. This is called the sum rule of integration. This is called the difference rule of integration. This is called constant multiple rule of integration. But there is no other rule. These two rules are not there. Please do not do them. Okay. So the idea is to attempt integration of sin x into cos x. So we cannot do it by this rule because it doesn't exist. The product rule does not exist like this. Okay. So for example, you can see that the derivative of sin is cos. So what did I write? I wrote if a function and its derivative are present together, we do this. What do you mean? Substitution. So let t is equal to sin x. I am assuming sin x to be t. Then I differentiate t. So dt by dx will be cos x. Okay. So dt will be cos x dx. So my integral I, this integral I will be written as I equals to t into dt, which is t square by 2 plus c. Now this is a linear function. Power rule is applicable. Now what is my t? Sine. So sine square x by 2 plus c. Okay. So what did we do? We had a product. By substitution, we converted this product into simple standard formulae. So whatever integration problem we will get, we will be converting that integration problem into simple standard formulae. Okay. Let's do one more. For example, you have cos x square. Suppose you have this situation. So now what is the hint that you have to apply substitution, or maybe the substitution will work? The hint is that I have a function and the argument of the function is not linear. So whenever you deal with an integration problem where the argument of the function is not linear, linear means of the form ax plus b, for example, 5x plus 4, 3x plus 2 minus x plus 1. So if it is not linear, you put it equal to t. Okay, something will happen. So x square is equal to t. So dt by dx is 2x. So dt is equal to 2x dx. And you can see that my parent integration will convert into cos t dt. Now my function cos does not have anything in it as a product. Okay. And the argument of cos has become linear. Okay. The power of the variable t is 1. So whenever the power of variable is 1, it is linear. And what is integration of cos? The integration of cos is sin t plus c. Let's have one more example of substitution. Okay. For example, we have a situation like this. Log x upon x dx. So we don't have a quotient rule. We know that. We don't have a division rule. So let's put log x equals to t. So the derivative of log x is 1 upon x. So it is already there. So you can see that dt will become 1 upon x dx. So this can be written down as log x into 1 upon x dx, which is t dt. Now this has become linear. Power rule, t square by 2 plus c log x whole square by 2 plus c. Okay. Now, next we will be dealing with how to deal with integration of product of two functions, and that is known as integration by parts. Integration by parts deals with integrals of this type. Integration of fx into gx dx, okay, where fx comma gx belong to the categories below. So my functions will be divided into 5 categories. Okay. The first is I. Order is very important. Second is L. Third is A. Fourth is T. Fifth is E. I means inverse trigonometric functions. They are of the type sine inverse x, cos inverse x, tan inverse x, etc. Now from UGC NET's point of view, it is highly unlikely that they will ask you inverse trigonometric functions, okay? L is logarithmic function. So example, log x, log 3x, etc. Third is algebraic functions. Algebraic functions mean any functions which are involving x. So they don't have sine, log, anything like that. For example, x square plus 1, x power half minus x, etc. T is trigonometric. Trigonometric means sine x, cos x, tan x, etc. Mind it that inverse trigonometric and trigonometric functions are two different categories of functions. And the last is exponential. So exponential functions are of the type e power x, 3 power x, etc. So that means the powers are in x and we have a constant, or e is also a constant. The value of e is approximately 2.7. Okay. So how do we tackle with integration of product of two functions? So what is the rule? Okay. So whenever you have two functions, so whichever function comes first in this category from top to bottom, name it as first function. For example, fx is first function. And the second function will be the one which will be down in this category. So gx is second function. So what is the formula? First function as it is, integration of second function minus d by dx of the first function, then inside integration of second function, and then again integrate. Now this looks very complicated, but it's easy. I'll give you an example. For example, I have to integrate x square, okay, and e power x, or simple कर देते हैं x into e power x. So you can see that x is an algebraic function, that is a, and ex is a exponential function, that is e. So a is coming first, so x will take the first category. E is coming second in the order, so it will be the second category. So first function as it is, so that means I'll have to write x as it is, integration of second function minus d by dx of first function, integration of second function, and that's it. So let's solve. What is integration of ex? Ex minus what is d by dx of x? 1. I hope you have done differentiation by now. We already have released a video on differentiation, a detailed one. What is integration of ex? Ex. And then again integrate. And now introduce a constant. So for different integral signs in one question, there is no need to put a separate constant. One constant is more than enough. Okay. Only one constant is required. All right. Let's do one more. What happens if it would have been like this? Again, this comes under the category A. So first function, second function. So first function as it is, integration of second function minus d by dx of first function, integration of second function. Okay, this is x square, integration of ex is ex minus d by dx of x square is 2x, integration of ex is ex. So we are stuck inside the integral sign once again. So let's take this 2 outside because it is a constant by constant multiple rule. And notice that I will have one more integration by parts because again inside the integral sign I have two functions as product. So this is A algebraic, this is E exponential, this is the first function, this is the second function. Start the process again. So first function as it is, integration of second function minus d by dx of first function, integration of second function. Okay, so this is x square ex minus 2, x ex minus 1 ex dx. And now the problem will be sorted out because we will get rid of the integration sign. Okay, let's do one more of another category. For example, you will have to do x log x. Okay, so again, I later. So this is L and this is A. So now this becomes my first function. This is my second function. First function as it is, integration of second function minus d by dx of first function, integration of second function. So log x into x square by 2 minus d by dx of log x is 1 by x, x square by 2 dx. This is log x into x square by 2 minus x. Now this 2 will be taken out. Integration of x is x square by 2 plus c over. Okay. Now integration by parts also helps us in finding out integration of log x. Now integration of log x is also very important because it comes as a direct question sometimes. So integration of log x. How do we integrate log x? There is no standard formula. Let's derive it. So I can write it as 1 into log x. Okay. Now let's go to I laid for help. L. This is L. A. This is A. Algebraic function. Every constant function is an algebraic function. So this is my first function. This is my second function. Let's start. First function as it is. Integration of second function minus d by dx of first function, integration of second function. So this is log x, integration of 1 is x minus d by dx of log x is 1 by x, integration of 1 is x dx. So we will have x log x minus x plus c. Now this is a very, very famous question, integration of log x. It requires the help of integration by parts. You can even learn this formula. This can even come as a direct question and you'll have to mark the correct options. Especially in paper like UGC NET JRF, the question on differentiation and integration and limits will be very, very direct. They will not be very complicated. So if you know the basic rules, if you know the concept that we cannot have argument apart from a linear function, if you know the basic formulas, if you know the product rule, that is integration by parts, that is a lot, of material information for UGC NET. So the idea should be to apply this knowledge in integration. Okay. So you might even be getting questions like this, integration x plus sine x plus e power x. So nothing. Three functions as sum, separate. Integration of x, x square by 2. Integration of sine x minus cos x. Integration of ex, e power x plus c. So I hope you like the class. That's all for today. All the very best. Keep on coming to our channel. Keep on visiting our channel for more such stuff. And we will help you ace the exam. Thank you very much. See you again.